Na anope I am privileged to have Cabello Bosilonga, happens to be the head of delegation, and of course Stanton Fredericks, and so Kaizer Chiefs legend, and also Harmivar, only a very familiar face, and of course one great legend that nimno nasi kind of yes Bonga Nonveti, popular household name not only in South Africa. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to in fact welcome to Ghana First and welcome back from Kumasi. Welcome to the headquarters of Ghana Sports, Asempa 94.7.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you so much.
Novete,
Yes.
you're looking great as well.
Yeah.
Very, very great and fit. Get closer to my mic. Let me start off with the leader of delegation. How has it been in Ghana for some few days now?
No, Ghana is always home. So being in Ghana is always a wonderful opportunity to connect with the Ghanaian people. South Africa and Ghana have very good relations, and people are always friendly towards us, and we love being in Ghana. And since we've been here, we've been obviously doing a lot of activities, pushing the Toyota Cup that's happening in South Africa next week. We will be playing Asante Kotoko. So we thought it would be important for us to come to Ghana so we can connect with the Ghanaians and firstly promote the tournament, but secondly tell people about the Kaizer Chiefs brand and connect and make sure that us as Africans, we're utilizing football to build each other as football clubs, as nations as well.
We'll come to the purpose of the visit proper. How has been the reception since you entered or you arrived here in Ghana?
No, it's been amazing, and it always is amazing. Ghanaians are very hospitable people. Every time I've been to Ghana in various capacities, I've always felt welcome here. And since we've arrived, people, every time they see us with a Kaizer Chiefs badge on, they're always smiling, and that's the power of football. It brings people to connect and bring back those memories. There's a lot of memories that Asante and Chiefs have played together before. Previously, so people remember that, and they relive all the stories, footballing stories. So it's always great to talk to normal people on the streets about football.
And I'm pretty sure you have tasted the Ghanaian jollof since your arrival.
Definitely have. We actually did last night. I don't know who's is better, Ghanaian or Nigerian, but I prefer Ghanaian. Just to put it out there.
Okay, but before I go to your next colleague, tell us kindly the purpose of Kaizer Chiefs' visit to Ghana and the Ghanaians you have in the upcoming game.
So just to take you back, Kaizer Chiefs started the Toyota Cup last year. And the Toyota Cup is basically a tournament that Kaizer Chiefs wanted to use to extend, their hand in terms of with clubs across the continent. So basically, we wanted to invite top premier football clubs from across the continent that Kaizer Chiefs can play against during the pre-season, but not only from a footballing side, because obviously we all have to fine-tune our squads during the pre-season and utilize the best quality of opposition, but also to utilize it as an opportunity so that we can start building connections with clubs and working together off the field as well, seeing where we can collaborate. And last year we had young Africans from Tanzania. Who came to South Africa, and we had a great event. And this year we said we need to bring a big African team, and the first team that came up was Asante, and it was on many fronts, because Asante is a big brand. It's a big name in the continent. It's the biggest club in Ghana, and we wanted the biggest club in Ghana to play the biggest club in South Africa. But both clubs as well won their cup competitions last season, the FA Cups, and both clubs will be participating in the Confederations Cup. So it aligns very well in terms of making sure that we play opposition that we might meet in the Confederations Cup, but also brothers that we can also establish collaborations with outside of the football field, and that was exciting to us. So Asante, we're very excited to have them come to South Africa next week and participate in the Toyota Cup.
So you have concluded by saying that Asante Kotoko is the greatest, the biggest club in Ghana here. It has been a very big debate here, very arguable.
I for sure know that in terms of honors and trophies, we cannot say otherwise. We cannot say otherwise. So when it comes to that, just like as in South Africa, Kaizer Chiefs is the biggest club in South Africa, hands down. We may go through our ups and downs as clubs, and that's what we're going through as big clubs in our respective countries. But at the end of the day, we know success and we want to get back to success. And Toyota Cup is one of those elements where we're using it as a platform to get back to that success.
Very well. Let me invite Stanton in and then also hear what he has to say regarding the Toyota Cup. What experiences can you share with us and my listeners regarding the Toyota Cup, its organization, competitive nature, patronage in South Africa?
Yeah, thanks for having me. So first and foremost, I have a bit of a history with Kaizer Chiefs and Asante Kotoko.
Okay.
There was the Vodacom Cup.
Vodacom, I remember.
Cup back in the day. Asante Kotoko came there. The coach was Ernest Mirendop at the time for Asante. And we beat Asante Kotoko in Durban on penalties. And that is when you understood the magnitude of this team, Asante Kotoko. And myself, throughout my playing career, there's always been a healthy rivalry with Ghana. My under-20 national team, always semi-finals, Ghana in the Nations Cup. In the 2000 Olympics qualifiers, we beat Ghana. In the senior team, I went to Kumasi and we lost against Ghana, so there's always a history, a healthy history and a healthy competition with South Africa and Ghana. So visiting Ghana it's also given me an opportunity to touch base with former colleagues. Kingston Larrier, never got to meet with Asamoah and Bafo Gyan. But the relationships throughout football is just the beauty part of it all. And looking forward to seeing Asante Kotoko in Durban, South Africa next week. The Legends will be playing a match, so we will be meeting the players and the delegation as well.
Could you explain the significance of the Toyota Cup to the Ghanaian audience? They are listening. For the first time, Kotoko is coming. What are the significance of that particular invitation?
Once again, as our colleague Cabello has said, it's relationships building, number one. Number two, it's an opportunity for both teams, which are massive in their countries. They are on the ascendancy. They are doing better. They will be competing in the Confederations Cup. So it's an opportunity to see where the levels are at. That's the one thing. Number two is the relationships. It's an opportunity for a high intensive pre-season training match for the coaches to look at the different players that they have at their disposal. So I just think it's an awesome opportunity for both players and coaches to gauge where they are just before the respective leagues kick off.
And so how well are your supporters back home in South Africa expecting Kotoko? Do they know Kotoko so much that they will give you competition in the upcoming game?
Any team from Ghana, if it is the national team or a club team, we understand the quality that Ghana has. It will always be you have to be at your best to beat a Ghanaian and vice versa.
Wow.
So we expect war.
War. You declare war.
We expect war. A friendly war.
A friendly war. Okay, better said. Okay, let me invite your legend, Siabonga Nomvete, the good old Siabota Nomvete. In fact, your name rings bell in the minds of many Ghanaian fans. I remember back in the days 2010 and the other titles you've won with your team. You were a very great player. I must admit. You were a very great player. As a former player, how important such matches like this helping the current players in both Ghana and South Africa?
No, I can say it's give the motivation for the players, because both teams, they are big in the countries, and I think my colleagues were saying, the invitation, to come to bring the team in South Africa to play the big tournament as Toyota Cup, it will help a lot of people, just to come and watch, so that the level of the performance and you can see and understand, because they are in the preseason, so that it will be nice, to see both teams competing each other, so that maybe one of the players, he will have the opportunity to come and play in South Africa.
But apart from Kotoko coming over to South Africa to take part in this invitational game, what do Kotoko stand to gain apart from coming, taking part, sleeping, enjoying the ambience in South Africa? Do they stand to gain any other thing?
Actually, it's not like they are taking the vacation, because the league is going to be starting soon, and it's a preseason, and everyone, they need to prepare themselves so that when the league starts, they know they are ready to kick off, and I believe both sides, they are really wanna be achieving a lot of things for the new season, and I'm sure it's been a long time not even winning the league, but the important thing is to prepare so that they will know exactly now they wanna challenge the league.
You once broke Ghanaians' heart in one AFCON qualifier. I'm sure you really remember. After that moment, returning back to Ghana, how is the feeling like?
No, I'm feeling okay, because it's bringing me a lot of memories, and we lost the game here 3-0 when we were playing the qualification for World Cup. I was with my colleagues on that game, and the biggest one, I know I've disappointed people, I let people tear, and it was a quarterfinal Africa Cup of Nations.
Okay.
Yes, definitely, because I'm playing for the country. We really need to win the game, and sometimes football, it will disappoint you. We won the game with 1-0. I know I'm the one who scored with the header.
I remember.
Yeah, but because we wanted more in the tournament to reach the final.
There is a scheduled match before the main game against Kaizer Chiefs and Kotoko. That will be for the legends. Can you tell us a bit about that game?
Yeah, definitely. It will be a Kaizer Chiefs legend and a king, KZN legend. We'll be playing each other as a curtain raiser for the main game. Yes, definitely. Even though I'm from Durban, but it's gonna be the war, because it's gonna be the war
for the legends.
For the legends, because last year we beat them. I think 3-0, if I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. Stanton, come in again. Yesterday you were in Kumasi. You were in the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. You headed over to the King's Palace. You met with the king himself. What was the interaction like? How was the feeling? How did the young ones understood the principle and the outreach you were giving them yesterday?
Yeah, first and foremost, it was it's a duty as a former professional player to speak when you get an opportunity to speak to the youngsters, share the knowledge, share the experience, and it was an awesome opportunity because in front of us were students that you could see it in their eyes. They want the change in life. They want to taste stardom. They want to know what it's about. So whenever you get an opportunity to share your experiences and instill a bit of life lessons, it's always a good opportunity to do so. And I think the message was there, not only from myself and Siabonga, but everybody that was speaking. We had the honor of sitting alongside your coach.
Okay.
Coach Apia.
Kosiapia.
Yes, and what a gentleman. He just speaks to the Ghanaian people. Humble, strong-minded, intelligent, and just to be in his presence and for everybody there, even ourselves, it was an honor. So that trip was awesome, but the highlight was once again meeting the Majesty. the king. An awesome opportunity, and he warned us that we need to allow Asante Kotoko to score 5 goals. So
5 goals.
We're not sure if we're going to give him that blessing, but anyway, it was what an awesome experience. And from the time we set foot in Ghana, here in Accra, to Kumasi, back to Accra, it's just been a warmth of welcome and love. And there's a healthy rivalry between South Africa and Ghana, and it's one of respect. You know, you can have a rivalry, but it can be nasty. But I think the relationships between our countries is just awesome.
Leader of delegation, tell us more. I know Ghanaian fans would want to watch this particular game, especially the Kotoko supporters. Everywhere the club goes, they want to follow and cheer the club to victory. How have you put regarding organization and how fans can also join the fun and Durban?
We definitely would encourage all Kotoko supporters to come to Durban. We have a direct SAA flight from Accra to Johannesburg. So we encourage fans to come to South Africa, enjoy the beautiful weather in Durban, enjoy all that South Africa has to offer. If not, we will be definitely broadcasting the match on various platforms. On SABC, SABC Plus, Super Sports as well. We'll be broadcasting the match, so definitely people can watch the match on all the platforms out there. But we definitely want to reach as many people as possible, because this is an African event. It's not just a South African event, it's an African event, and we want as many Africans to be a part of it.
And I'm sure the black and yellow fans are also in very high expectant mood awaiting this particular game.
I mean, the team right now is in the Netherlands, and they're finalizing their camp in the Netherlands and coming back to South Africa this weekend. So after they come back, everyone, we're obviously excited to see all the new signings playing in South Africa, gelling together. So it's very much anticipated. The fans will be out there in their numbers. We're expecting a full house, a full stadium to see, you know, all the players that are going to go to war with us for the new season. So the excitement is palpable.
Capacity of the stadium?
The capacity of the stadium is 50,000.
And you can fill that stadium?
Chiefs can fill 3 times that amount. Kaizer Chiefs is a big team. We can fill, every time we play big matches, our fans come out in numbers. When we play Pirates at FMB Stadium, Soccer City, that's a 95,000 seater stadium.
Oh, wow.
It gets sold out within 30 minutes to an hour.
So how are you able to do that? Because we have a seater of about 40,000, 6,000, 30,000, but we find it very difficult, even in matches of high intensity like Kotoko and Haas, to fill Share Stadium.
I think we as a club are very privileged. We've got unique supporters. That whether we are down, whether we're up, they're with us through thick and thin. Yes, obviously they'll give us constructive criticism on social media platforms, as they should, because they are fans. But one thing they will always do is support the club. And you know, the club also works a lot in terms of always engaging with our supporter structures, marketing the club, and we always in communication with our fans on a one-to-one basis. So our supporters are number one custodians, our number one, without the supporters there's no club. So we make sure that we put all our efforts into our supporters by making sure that, you know, they get the latest merchandise available, they get, you know, tickets, they get value in terms of being a supporter of the club, and they appreciate that, and they always will come out and support the boys. So Kaizer Chiefs is Kaizer Chiefs because of its supporters.
But apart from Kaizer Chiefs, which other team is next to your club in terms of filling the stadium?
None.
So what is
No.
Stanton, you agree with him? None.
No.
Sundowns and the other teams are making.
So Orlando Pirates are a massive rivalry. I played for both teams. But you see me where my loyalty lies is we are here in Kaizer Chiefs, but Orlando Pirates is a massive part of history, similarly to Hearts of Oak, which I played against as well in the Vodacom Cup and Asante Kotoko. So that is the big one. Yes, Sundowns has been dominant for the past decade, but in terms of fan base, Orlando Pirates and
number one.
Chiefs.
Number
Kaizer Chiefs number one.
Pirates number 2. But you've known Kotoko over the years. The Kotoko you knew those years and the Kotoko now, is there any difference you can share with us?
So, as Cabello says, form will be up and down, but a big team is a big team. History is history. So whenever Kotoko will take a field, there's the aura around the team. There's a history around the team that will forever carry the team, and the fact that you have won the FA Cup, the fact that you ended third in the league, this is Asante Kotoko, it shows that they are on the up and up.
Oh, okay. And you think that there are more room for Kotoko to improve? Because most often we here wants to kind of compare ourselves to maybe in Africa, South Africa, in the northern part of Africa, allies and that stuff, plus the European scene. What do you think we are lacking that is delaying our progression in terms of the standard of play, the performance, and how much we invest in player quality?
Yeah, so I think for the Ghanaian players, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Most of your players that play for the national team play abroad in Europe, So for the local teams to do well in CAF Champions League, it's a little bit difficult because most of your players have gone abroad. In South Africa, it's different.
Okay.
Most of our national team plays locally. But we want it to change because you have to play at the highest level if you want to compete. This is why you see the Black Stars will always do well because they have players of pedigree playing at the highest level, the Kudus, the Pates, So, however, that being said, it is important that locally your teams need to do well in CAF competitions. It's so important because number one, players can be scouted. Number two, it generates income. It generates awareness, and the chance for players to be scouted is massive, especially now that CAF has taken the competitions and the AFCON and the Champions League and even the Confederations Cup to another level. So it becomes so important that Asante Kotoko and whoever else is strong in the country competes and goes far in these competitions.
Wow. Nombete, when are you expecting Kotoko in Durban? When are you exactly expecting them to touch down in South Africa?
I believe that question you can.
I think they're departing next week Tuesday, so they'll land in South Africa on Wednesday. So from Wednesday they'll be there preparing for the match. We've made sure that all their logistics, everything is as much as they've been hospitable to us here. We're also going to show them exactly the same when they get that side. So we are very excited and awaiting their arrivals. Not long until they land in South Africa. So when they get that side, we will make sure everything's taken care of, except for on the field, obviously.
And Nombete made sure because Nombete is from Durban.
Durban,
right?
okay.
Durban. So next to Kotoko's hotel is another hotel with a lot of distractions, a lot of ladies for the players. So they must not focus. Let's enjoy Durban.
They will enjoy.
Don't sleep.
I have been
Lots of restaurant there. We have seen. They will enjoy it.
I've been to Durban before. A very nice place. But Nombete, tell me, Kotoko is coming.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And I am pretty sure they are coming for your cup. I am pretty sure they are coming for your cup.
Yeah.
Do you think that they have the wit with how to hold on to Kaizer Chiefs? Because I was looking at the South African League and the Ghanaian League. From where you are seated, I'm sure you follow the Ghanaian League partially.
Yeah.
How do you see our league compared to the South African League?
No, I think the Ghanaian League is too strong, because most of the people, you can't compete, and say South African, even South African League is too strong. I believe, the game they're going to be playing is not going to be the easy game because no one will want to lose the game.
Yeah.
I'm sure. And another thing, you remember, because most of the clubs, they are signing new players.
Yeah.
They're going to be testing players too, to say this one he can compete on the new season, for the rest of the season. And I believe because they're gonna meet each other, they don't know each other. It's gonna be an exciting game, for both teams. Definitely have to win the cup, because it's Toyota Cup.
It's Toyota Cup.
Yeah, one of the team we have to win, but we don't know who gonna take the cup.
Is there a day coming that we will see an African country lifting up the World Cup, that trophy? Because we are bound with talent. South Africa, Nigeria, Cameroon, Senegal, Ghana, and all that. I think we have that quality to fight for that trophy. Is there a day coming? Do you foresee that one coming? And how soon?
Yeah, definitely. It will happen, And for now, I know it's time. But I believe one of the team, because we are talented in Africa, definitely it will come. But we don't know when. I believe the youth, those who are gonna come, they will represent that well. If they wanted more to bring that cup, in Africa.
I don't know whether you want to pick up the same question. You think a day is coming, and what should we do to get it as soon as possible?
No, I think what's been happening in African football over the past few years is a transformation that's going to change mindset, especially from youth players. Youth players now don't have the barriers that former players like Stanton and Siyabonga had, because it was worlds apart from Africa to Europe. It was almost another world. Now the world has become smaller, and a child growing up in Africa now has witnessed an African team get to the semi-final of a World Cup. So the barriers are broken. So now you can dream and achieve and say, actually, we've got to the semi-final. Why can we not make it to the final? Whereas the generation growing up, it was almost an impossible. Cameroon did it in 1990, and it would seem like it was such an impossible feat for so long until Ghana did it in 2010 in South Africa. And it was a long time from that. But I think that with the structures in place in African football now and the progress that's been happening from a club football side, from a national team side, you can see that the progression is leading us where we can watch the FIFA Club World Cup. Yes, the African teams didn't do as well as we expected, but I think we can see we're not far off. We are not far off. We are really not far off. And that's what I liked about the competition, was that you could see what level are we at. Yes, it's good to see what level we're at, and then we know what we need to work on. But I think that day is coming very soon, where an African team will win the World Cup, because the youth now don't have that fear, don't have those mental barriers anymore, because a lot of them are also playing in Europe from a very early age.
Very well. That's fine. But I'm looking at the subsequent organization you will do in terms of the Toyota Cup. If you decide to come to Ghana or extend an invitation to any Ghanaian club, apart from Kumasi Asante Kotoko, which club would that be?
I wouldn't want to talk about which club, but what I will say is that the growth of the Toyota Cup, we've got a partnership with one of our main partners, Toyota, in South Africa, and they are the headline sponsor of this competition. And they've been supporting us on this journey. And Toyota is a global brand. They're one of the biggest brands, especially on the continent of Africa. So for us to have this competition, this is our second year. It's a 3-year partnership for the Toyota Cup. I think we will review and see that can we have matches in the continent, not just in South Africa. But for now, we want to invite the big clubs to South Africa. But there's definitely an opportunity where we can discuss with Toyota and see how do we expand this tournament? How do we expand it? Do we add more teams? Do we take it out to other countries? So there's definitely a lot of things that we can discuss. But I think the trajectory that this competition is on, we're going to see bigger and better from the Toyota Cup, because it gives us an African platform where clubs can come together, and the more clubs that come together and engage through football, the better it is for us.
How much is in the cup? If one wins the cup, how much money, let me put it specifically, would that club take home?
I think if Asante wins it, they can keep all the gold that they have in Ghana. That's the prize.
But when you win it,
If if Kaizer Chiefs wins it, we will get a pat on the back.
because you were talking about the sponsorship, Toyota has devoted into the organization of such games, and we are under resourced when it comes to Africa as compared to the other part of the world, and so playing football has become now a business venture. You play 90 minutes, you expect to recoup or get some financial backing. So I was expecting that with this kind of trophy, Toyota could put about $5 million down for you to display your world prowess.
No, I think this tournament is not for financial gain. This tournament is a extension of a partnership. Toyota came on board as one of our partners as Kaizer Chiefs, and that's the value of the club. I mean, our partners are very valuable to us, and our partners also see value in Kaizer Chiefs and our supporter base. So this tournament was an extension of that partnership, and it was to ensure that we create other valuable properties around the brand. And one thing with Kaizer Chiefs, and you say, across the continent, we struggle financially. We're always struggling. We always have challenges financially. But in that, you have to see where you can create values.
Okay.
In challenges, you create opportunities. And I think that's the one thing Kaizer Chiefs is very good at, is making sure that partners feel very valuable, because they know we've got a strong supporter base and they want to leverage that strong supporter base. And I think that's something that Asante as well can do with a strong supporter base. And that's where we're having discussions with Asante to see how can we exchange ideas and information that Asante can also start leveraging their strong supporter base within the region, but commercially, so that it assists the club in terms of having the resources to further develop the club, build facilities, and get better players to perform on the pitch.
Very well, Jean Fasempa FM Sini 94.7 we legends from Kai. One more time and then come to Stanton. Ahead of the match, is there anything special you are looking forward to, whether from footballing or cultural perspective? Because you went to Kumasi, you saw how royal the king was, and definitely it will be like a cross-cultural event. Is there anything we are expecting before the game?
One thing, we have a big Ghanaian diaspora in South Africa. In South Africa, there's many Ghanaians. So we're going to be pushing all the Ghanaians to come down, who live in South Africa, to come down to Durban. Whether they support Kotoko, Hearts of Oak, any other team, they must come because they have a representative from Ghana coming to play in the Toyota Cup. So we're pushing them. We're working through the embassy in Ghana, in South Africa, Ghanaian embassy in South Africa as well, to create those opportunities for people to come to Durban to support the club. But Durban is always a welcoming city. There's so much to do. There's such a vibe, and as many of the diaspora in South Africa who are there, they know that South Africa is a very accommodating place. You can find so many different things in South Africa to do, but with this tournament itself, we want this to be a festival. We want this to be a festival of football, and that's why on the day of the match we will be having entertainment. Gates open at 9 a.m. We will be having musical artists perform at the stadium. Then we'll have the Legends match. Then we'll have the main match kicking off at 3 p.m. So fans will be there the whole day, and we want to create this fun, festive event. And it's being played at one of the iconic stadiums in South Africa that hosted the World Cup semi-final, Moses Mabhida Stadium, in the beautiful city of Durban. So we are very excited about this event, and we can't wait for next week.
Okay, that's well. Santon, do we have Koroko supporters in South Africa or in Durban? Or after knowing that there is a game coming up between Kaizer Chiefs and Asante Koroko, how has been the euphoria among the Ghanaian supporters in South Africa?
Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope that there's a small sea of red Red and black is the colors. But I'm sure all Ghanaians that is present in South Africa would want to see their countrymen and come and support their countrymen. So yes, we're hoping that the fans will come out there. But the challenge will definitely be for the Kotoko players. It will be an opportunity for them to play in front of a packed stadium, in front of a Moses Mabhida that will be very close to sold out. And it's an opportunity to play at a high level with 40,000 plus people, and when Kaizer Chiefs players get the ball, you'll hear the crowd. So it's an opportunity for the Kotoko players and staff and coaches to play a game of high pedigree. This is what footballers want. You want to play in front of a stadium that is packed. And I think that is the opportunity Kotoko will enjoy come next week.
And we're hoping that this is the precursor for the Confederations Cup final. Hopefully we'll meet in the final. We're hoping.
Now, Vete, in terms of performance, how are you expecting Kotoko to play? Because you have known Kaizer Chiefs and watched them play a couple of times. In terms of performance, how do you expect Kotoko to match up against Kaizer Chiefs?
Firstly, they need to pull up their socks because it's not going to be the easy game for them, especially they're going to be playing in front of their lots of people in the stadium. And I know it's going to be hard for them, but I'm sure Kaizer Chiefs, he needs to give 100% in that game, to show the South African people they are a big club in South Africa. But for the Ghanaian team, they must pull up their socks so that they can win the game. Like the king was saying, they must get 5 goals, but we are not going to just give them.
But
they need to work hard.
What did you say when the king said that Kotoko should score you 5 goals? What did you say?
I think it's us. We're going to give them 5. Not them. They're going to get 5.
Were you able to tell him? Were you able to tell the king?
No. It was not easy. It was not easy to tell the king.
Okay. So, Don, let me find out your prediction for that particular game. How do you foresee that game, the outcome of it?
I foresee goals. I'm hoping that Kaizer Chiefs will win 3-1. So I see Kotoko scoring. We met the captain yesterday. He's the defender. We met the striker. I'm not sure what his name is. He plays for the Black Stars.
Kampoku.
Yeah, he looks the part, doesn't he? So I'm sure Kotoko's got a goal in them, but I think Kaizer Chiefs will score at least 3. So it'll be a game with goals, but Kaizer Chiefs will score more than Kotoko.
More than Kotoko.
Yes.
And the last time Kaizer Chiefs played in that stadium, we beat our fierce rival Orlando Pirates for the FA Cup. So we have good memories there, very recent, so we want to continue that.
It looks as if you are scaring Kotoko and their
You guys are the Porcupine Warriors, we know.
You tame the porcupine, right?
No, the supporters from this side, they must come with numbers to support their team so that it will be equally.
And
but if they don't, they are coming.
They are coming.
It will be nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So finally, because of time constraint, what do you have to add relevant to the interview we are having this time?
No, I just want to say thank you to all Ghanaians for the hospitality. Yesterday in Kumasi was an amazing day where we did so many activities. Today as well, we will be doing various activities. We'll be going to see the sites in Accra. We'll be going to the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial. We'll be going to the Independence Square. Then we'll be going to meet the Ghanaian legends, some of the players that they played with as well. Meeting with Anthony Bafo at the Legends, and going to see the stadium where a certain goal was scored. And so I think we just want to thank all Ghanaians for their hospitality. We want to thank them for welcoming us in their country and showing us a good time. And if they will come to South Africa next week, we will extend the same hospitality. And we urge supporters either to watch on TV, come if they can, but definitely support their clubs. Whatever it is, we're all football lovers, we're all football supporters, so we love watching good football. And hopefully next weekend we will watch a brilliant match, that two big teams going head to head, and we'll have a spectacular day in South Africa next week.
Okay, thank you very much, Kabelo. And gentlemen, thank you very much for passing through our show. We wish you all the best, and especially back home to South Africa. But the promise is simple. The Porcupine Warriors are coming. You have to be ready for them. They will cause stir in South Africa. The whole Durban will turn upside down. This one is an assurance I'm giving you. But the fans are coming in their bulk majority. So we wish you all the best, and thank you for passing through.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.